This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's got death! Paimon!
The faint sound of birds.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh. And a melody.
Hey! Don't you pay... Hey! Why don't you just sing that?
Oh, was that...
That was a melody.
It felt like I was... As I watched Yunjin's performance, when you hummed that melody just now.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time... What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have...
I don't remember. I know some local folk songs. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of the Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with... At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the way those melodies make me feel, even though we come from different backgrounds, in that sense...
You go, Ganyu!
Yes, technically speaking,
Thank you.
once the days are warmer, I've planted many types of flowers.
You are too kind.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait, what is that?
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Master.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it, rather than one has received your message from God. Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite.
Is this... Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you? Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of long ago. This region was yet a sea gazer would always bring.
Paimon remembers that name.
He was an old friend and a form. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. As Adepti, we were each gift. His treasures were not...
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless,
What kind of nonsense?
no kind of nonsense were we spared. She always sought to make everyone happy. It also helped that she never referred to one...
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our who would dare snub the stove? Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup? Then you are most Even one could never find fault with March. Each of those old fossils had their... We would drink together from... Streetwood Rambler would often remain.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You...
Oh, okay. Wait, are you saying that...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for... One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's... No matter, one will... In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul. An emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's... everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing.
What? You have loads of friends!
Just because one is not ignorant of social grace, but in the end, one is nothing like Streetward. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against... That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest works.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that? And she also said something about being a vain beauty when she was young or something.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. That bell has a sad history. As for her as soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li... After all, we all have known each other for several...
Whoa! So they were talking in secret...
Enough of your... The cleansing bell is power, but Streetward Rambler did not... The two once clashed. Once upon a time, Streetwood Rambler also loved gatherings. Music would go from mournful to soothing. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody, which brings one back to the
But if she was so happy with the melody...
One was also greatly... In response, though the strings that played that melody...
Aw, poor Madame Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came, although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew any...
Guizhong was quite the visionary. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, Perhaps these... As of now, you know the truth. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old...
If I may be so bold,
Oh? How so?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long, but this doesn't bring the city or its people to a step. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping, though these immortal mountains, no loss can ever be undone. Ping has helped countless people, though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's... When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she...
You youngsters and your imagination...
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping.
Is not every lantern rite the same in this...
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that...
The edibles she brought... Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor. Once the Guili assembly... Say, if we planted flowers there...
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to...
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is depart...
Whoa! Madame Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived...
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor?
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
'Cause you're the one who's known Madame Ping the longest.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would...
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that lantern rite is almost upon us... Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh? All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was
Let me think. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still... Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long... It appears that she has proven her...
Who's she?
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes,
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is... Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today...
So...
Once upon a time, she said to me, but as she interacted more and more, she marveled at the beautiful... She told us that to underestimate with the smallest amount of guidance, and a human who has reached their full...
She always had a way with that her mechanical accomplishments...
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that part?
Of course. Guizhong and One both put an immense...
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today...
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us, it would...
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of...
Oh, yeah! Music! We've been dying to ask. Well, also, with you being such a music expert and all, what?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't... It's been a long time since I played this zither, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back no matter how much time goes by.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Oh, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely... But that is not to say that grief, despite the sadness, I have found many... Just look at this potted plant.
It takes an honest and open mind.
Be that as it may, I shall leave...
Well, if
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No, everyone's just here to give me their regards for the...
Oh, that's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite! Oh, I just remembered that... I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which can...
It seems Ganyu still has much...
What a pity. She has learned nothing of...
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards.
you got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened. As for that melody, I will play...
Wow, that'd be great!
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless great...
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news. Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too! Thanks for helping.
Welcome back. Did everything go...
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking...
Are you serious? I see. So that certainly explains why it was such a
That's a really interesting first...
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy...
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. No, but Streetward Rambler or Madam Ping has...
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge.
Yep, Kuchin summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying...
I think... yeah, that can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need...
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you up. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion...
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, all right. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Ganyu.
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, music is like a kind of memory.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on?
Mm-hmm. Just a few. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile. Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
That should be it. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway, Zhangli said he wasn't in a hurry. Anyway, even if... Anyway, let's...
Da 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 da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance?
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot... We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and this...
Invisible audience members?
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so... There once was a Fontaine musician who, with my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore!
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on...
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he...
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, to tell the truth though, I never thought
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng funeral parlor...
I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of...
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric
Sure thing.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants... You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned...
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer and illuminated
A familiar face. Have you come from Liu?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always...
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours.
Wait, that mechanism...
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme...
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so...
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be when the bamboo shoot soup is ready. I must insist that you...
Oh, Zhongli, who Tao told us to tell... She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect when she says performance, she must mean the land. As for the banquet,
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends. As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hitao, and this is a little something called...
The Blaze Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Shao Lanterns,
Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Shao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
Next on the agenda...